Good morning, G's. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Let's get the party started. All right, let's go. Yes, sir. LTA, baby. All right. Welcome back to the streams. It's already the third stream of the week. It's already Thursday, G's. We're heading in towards the weekly closure. One more day tomorrow, and then the week is over once again. Time flies with you guys. As always, if you don't know who I am, my name is Lorenzo Corrado. I'm here hosting live streams on a day-to-day basis, 4 days a week. Trading gold live on stream. Make sure that if you're new, that you press that like button. You hit the subscribe button. And most importantly, you download our ebook so you know exactly how we enter the markets. Look at gold, look at the dollar, look at the 10-year yield, all that stuff. All right? Beautiful as always. Let's dive into it. We have some news coming along here. We had just some news, I believe, in regards to the euro as well. Okay, euro just came out 4.25%, so that's nothing spectacular. We didn't expect any rate cuts or rate hikes whatsoever for the euro. So nothing too wild today in regards to that. So I expected a little bit of a bigger reaction from the euro, didn't do much. So that's good to know. All right, we're now heading in towards the initial jobless claims and the Philadelphia Fed Manufacturing Index. It's time for some beautiful news as always. Hope you guys are ready for it. So let's get some new tunes on. Let's see what we have today. Nice. Make sure to smash the like button and let's see what we have with us today in the building. I see my man Jan Shimak, Lawrence, Dominic, Nebosha, Candleslinger, CT, Cash Party, Inner World Guide, Mike, Aria Audio Library, Jolene, Rose Angela, yes, good to see you again, Rose Angela. As always, thank you for the support. I really appreciate you. Halbert, thank you, man. Good to see you. Sarmat, yes, sir. Yeah. London session was nice. It was calm. A little bit of a conversation. A lot of guys shorted gold. Yes, man. Let's talk about gold. It's time to go over it. Let's make it happen. All right. So, a couple things, man. Yeah, we're at a crucial point now for gold, by the way, because we're still looking relatively strong. I just believe that there is a chance that the tide might be turning today's session. And hear me out, because I know we're bullish. I know we're trending upwards. I know all of that right now, okay? But, let me do a quick live stream. Let me quickly zoom out. Let's start on the daily, Jace, okay? First bearish closure, okay, on the daily right now at the moment. First bearish closure we experienced yesterday on the daily time frame, okay? Very important stuff. So the daily closure might be interesting here. Also look at the top wick of the daily candle right now. I do think it's important to take that in consideration as well. We have been kind of getting rejected here. We faced a lot of resistance today throughout London session, all right? So when you go and you zoom in a little bit, then what we can see right now at the moment is the following. Okay, is that if you take the whole week and you look at all the information that we have now, because we have now the Monday, the Tuesday, the Wednesday, and the Thursday, but so far the Monday, the Tuesday, and the Wednesday, open and close data here, we got rejected from You guessed it right. The current weekly POC today during London session. So this is gonna be major resistance. If you take the previous daily, so the full on open to closure, same level, 24.73, major resistance as well here. If you take the swing from high to low here, okay, the swing from high to low, same level, 24.73.6, major level of resistance right now, okay? This is serious resistance. To take that in consideration, we have created a top yesterday, we created a low, we're now pulling back, we're getting rejected from it, okay? The daily candle closed bearish, the next daily candle stop wick has been set already, so hear me out, all right? Of course, we're holding above a critical level of support here, which is now the 24.63. If we manage to stay above this level, I do still believe that we can try to push into the same exact level once again. This is the previous daily very low. You can see it right now, how beautifully we're holding up here. So we got rejected from the previous daily POC. We're holding above the previous daily very low, okay? We're holding in this range right now. However, if you look on the 4 hour, looking strong, right? Looking bullish, right? Looking relatively good. But if we re-break this low, I do see potential of a push down in towards potential lower levels, a potential lower low getting set once again, taking out the previous low here, tapping into the previous highs here, 2450, the previous monthly highs, all right? The 2450 is one layer, that's the previous monthly high. This is still support, 2443 as well here. This could still lead into that continuation play. I do think that there is a possibility, but there is definitely throughout this session a chance that we might be flipping. And if we break the lows, I think I'm placing a sell stop below. I'm thinking about placing a sell stop below and putting my stop loss above the 4 hour high, if that's the case, because then I'm targeting the lows here, even though I believe the overall trend is bullish and we might still bounce from the 2443 eventually to continue its momentum to the upside. So a push down, one more squeeze, take out the lows, continuing its momentum to the upside right here. All right, taking out the lows if we flip. So that's why I'm looking into a sell stop. I think it's a legitimate setup here, especially based on that rejection. Now also let's look at the sessions themselves here, okay? The Asian session and the London session, all right? London manipulated the Asian high. What's left behind is also the Asian lows right here, okay? Asian lows taken out. New York potentially doing it. Is it a potential chance that we move up first? Maybe we move up first, correct? If that's the case, we will not get triggered into our position anyways. That's why if we do break the low, I'm interested in looking at a potential sell stop below the 2461 to target the 2450, 2443, okay? After that, we might be still looking for that bullish continuation because the overall trend is still holding up quite well, but we're just facing that big resistance right now from 2473, okay? So that's why I'm interested in pushing and placing my entry model 4. This is what we call entry model 4. It's a 3 candle way. You manipulate the previous highs and then you reverse down on the hourly. You start breaking the lows. That's an entry model 4 right here. It's not in our ebook. Okay, it's an entry model that we added on later. It is an entry model 1 now, but because of the news, because of what we're looking for, you know, this is kind of what I'm aiming for. I'm aiming for that, you know, 2 to 1, potentially taking out the low, stepping into the 2450, and if not, maybe lower, to just continue this momentum down, to take out the lows, to come back up again later on. Overall holding up in that, let's say, bigger trend that we currently are forming here, all right? That bigger uptrend that looks a little bit like this, all right? Similar to what we're seeing here, taking out the lows, pushing back, and then potentially moving up further, all right? That's the idea of the trade. So I'm not gonna waste your time here. I'm gonna set that sell stop, and I just wanna see how it's gonna go here. If we push up, we push up. If we push down, we push down. But I'm willing to place that trade right here above the highs and my sell stop below the lows, targeting the 2443, 44, with a major TP, of course, at 2450. And also paying very close attention if the Asian low gets taken out, what can happen here, okay? So that's my idea. Hope you guys, you know, find it interesting. If not, don't trade what I do, okay? Don't trade it. Wait for price to push up if you believe the price is bullish here. I am bullish overall, okay? But if we reverse now, we have the news coming out right here. At this particular moment, we're pushing up, okay? I'm now going to set up my sell stop right here below the lows, and I'm gonna make sure that my stop loss will be above the highs here. Okay, so if we do break the lows right now and we come down and we start pushing further, then I'm gonna go and look for my sell stop to be activated to look for further continuation to the downside. If we manage to push up, then you know, and we start breaking highs, of course I'm gonna close my position. There is no need to stay in my trade if we break structure to the upside. You know, it's better not to keep my sell stop open if that's the case right here. All right, so my sell stop is currently set at this particular level at 24.61. If we get triggered, this is what I'm gonna take. And if you don't, then we don't. Okay, if we break the highs, we break the highs. No need to look for further continuation at that particular moment. So that's it for now. Okay. See if you can take out the lows here. There are many scenarios where the top pick gets created, you push up and you reverse down. We've seen it happening sometimes beforehand here. So even though we're holding very nicely above the previous daily value low, if we start re-breaking the lows here, I remain bearish. I remain bearish throughout the beginning of this session. And if we don't get a trigger, then we just cancel our trade and see from there. That's in essence what I'm looking for. Okay. Let's see, Gis. Let's see. That's in essence what's happening at the moment. Okay. For the rest, we also have the 10-year yield. 10-year yield is trending downwards, but also at this particular moment, we're holding above that key level on the daily. If we manage to come up and we flip this, you know, this is going to affect gold. I'm not really worried about the dollar. It's the 10-year. It's good. That's the one that's going to affect gold the most. If we start, you know, pushing up here. Overall, very weak move to the upside. I'm not that impressed yet. Maybe the move comes later on, but you know, that's the idea. Let's see how far we can take it. If we start reversing down, taking out the lowest number one, and potentially seeing what we can do here. If we close bullish, okay, no need to keep my sell stop open. I can always reevaluate and look for another setup. But that was my initial thought process if we start to flip here. Because if we start to flip from now, I think, you know, this will result into definitely bearish continuation. If you roll over and you start breaking the lows, I just see that continuation play. Just see that continuation play right here. Okay. Normally we would say I'm going for the entry model 1. That's right here. Your entry model 1 is there. And then your stop loss is below. Right there below the lows, and you target the highs here. I'm just very aware of the trend right now, of the resistance that we experienced today as well here. So yeah, that's why I'm gonna keep a close eye on it. All right, let's see if we can push up and if we have to invalidate our trade, or if we flip bearish. If we flip bearish here, that's the only way I would be activated in my position. That's it. Let's see. Let's see. Can you share your fixed volume range settings? My fixed volume range settings are in the ebook. So download the ebook, my friend. You can find it right there. It's on page number 13, I believe. Boom. I saved all the pages now. All in my head. Rose Angela says it will go down. I can't accept this movement of gold with bad news of the dollar. I'm sold there, 24.68. Small lots, be careful. Yes, definitely agree. Definitely agree. This is an interesting sell. If your stop is above, I think, Rose Angela, where's your stop loss? If that's the case, if you're selling from here. But yeah, let's see if this is actually holding here. All right, if you're gonna continue to drive further, or if you're just gonna flip bearish. Not as impressive as the previous push down, but previous push up. But let's see. I mean, let's see. So that's it. Good news for gold. Why would you sell? Well, the only reason why I would sell is if you do flip bearish, think about this, right? Think about this 4-hour candle. If this 4-hour candle breaks the lows, while you're pushing down here, while this aggressive move down here, while we had that major resistance, then that 4-hour flip is deadly. It's absolutely crucial, all right? So if you do flip the 4-hour, I do see us potentially pushing down, and we have definitely a potential gap to fill as well here, pushing back into the previous daily levels. We can always bounce back from that, from like a bigger scale. Okay, so that's why I'm paying very close attention to see, you know, if this is a weak flip and we start to roll over, if there is a chance to look for that continuation play to start building out, to continue its momentum, to then roll over. And I think that flip could lead into that takeout of the lows, could lead into taking out the Asian lows, could lead into potentially then, you know, holding that support at previous resistance. So yeah, something in that manner is what I'm actually looking for. So yes, bullish overall, but same thing as yesterday, right? We started to push up aggressively later on throughout New York. We started to reverse aggressively. We couldn't follow through here. And the 2473 is a major level. If you tap into the 2473, then, you know, who knows? You know, we should look there again to see what's happening around that level. And we should also cancel our sell stop. But if you do flip it, yeah, I'm very interested in just seeing if you can take that continuation play. All right, that sell short term, pushing back, see if you can hold it, and if you can start pushing further. Okay, I am not impressed so far with how with how gold is performing to the upside here. So yeah, let's see. Hey Lorenzo, what do you think about GJ? I think that GJ is still relatively weak. British pound is relatively weak. We talked about this in our London session today. We talked about GJ. We said that the British pound might be weaker, all right? Might be reversing potentially here. And if that's the case, then I think it's worth it to start looking at it. But I think that the yen is still holding up very well. All right, I'll show you an example right here on the British pound. This is the British pound index. Okay, this is what we call the British pound index. We have been pushing up on the daily very, very good, very hard right now. But look at this. This is the weekly time frame from the British pound index that we have formulated. It's a custom basket. You can create this yourself as well. It measures all the British pound pairs and it creates an average. Okay, it creates an average chart based upon that information. You can see this is the weekly resistance. We tapped into it very aggressively, and on the daily we have been trying to push up, but we're slowing down. And on the 4-hour, you can see that this is for the first time that we started to break the lows here. Okay, so I'm bearish on GJ because of that, because of the fact that the British pound is relatively weak, and even though the Japanese yen is also in resistance. Okay, if the dollar stays, neutral, I don't think it's going to be a driving force for the yen to break down. And if the yen doesn't break down, I think it's going to be very hard for GJ to push up, because if the yen stays neutral but the British pound starts pushing down further, then GJ is definitely not on the bullish side here. So if you take this and you go to GJ, I can guarantee you, I have not even seen the chart, but we're not looking that bullish, right? There we go. We're not looking that bullish whatsoever. So I'm still not bullish. I still don't think we might see the recovery here, unless the Japanese yen decides to tank. The yen basket decides to turn around and tank her, which is still a low probability for now, unless we start breaking. So I'm gonna set my alert here in case the yen basket breaks down and the British pound finds its support internally. Then I'm all into see if we can look for a recovery play for the British pound. All right, that's the idea for GJ right now at the moment. Bearish until further notice. Yeah. How to answer your question, Maji? So far, we're not that strong. We have a hard time. We have a hard time. We have a hard time. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna move my sell stop slightly up. Why? Because we manipulated the previous candle high. So I'm gonna move my sell stop slightly up. Instead of looking at the third candle, I'm gonna put it slightly higher, which is at the second candle right here. So it's at the break of the second candle. Will not change that much, but it's still a little bit of a difference because it is at 2461.72. All right, 2461.72. Top above the highs of the current hourly candle. That's the entry model for play. When we manipulate the highs of the second candle, then we can go for the flip of the second candle, not the first candle. It's always a 3 candle play. So if you are unable to push up here and we started to get weaker, and we manipulate the first and second candle high, then I'm gonna place my sell stop underneath the second candle. So that's the thing I'm looking for right now. It's the break and the manipulation of this particular candle formation right there, which is the second one. So let's see if you can roll over it. And if you do roll over, that's a 4-hour flip. That's a 4-hour flip. Okay. That's a 4-hour flip, and that's not just a 4-hour flip. This could result into a daily as well here. Look at the daily candle right now. We have a hard time. This was our first daily candle. We set in the top wick. We got rejected at 24.73, which are major levels. That flip could be a breaker, but I like to get into the trade before the daily flip and not just at the daily flip, because I do believe that, you know, regardless, the potential is there to fill that gap as well. But also the 1-hour confirmation would remain the same if you get below the previous daily very low as well here. So that's why it's kind of like it could result into a daily flip as well. A daily flip. Okay. First bearish closure on a daily. Topic has said we have been taken out the previous highs here, so this is kind of what we are initially looking at. Are we going to take out these highs? Is there a potential that we at least swipe there these initial highs there as well? We're trying to push in, we get rejected by these internal structures, and if that's the case, then a short-term bounce to look for further continuation up eventually seems pretty solid to me. That's the flip already, so let's see if we can break through here. Lorenzo, I thought the EM4, we needed momentum in the direction of the position we're entering. That's correct. We needed momentum, or we need to see the structures getting played out, potentially leading into this, you know, internal structure where we could drive lower. Okay. So if we're really bullish here, we should be definitely holding above the previous daily very low. We should not go below it. Bruce B said, did my first LTA trade today, entered a sell at 24.73. Very nice concept. Nah, my G. My G. Nice. Realizes I see you use MetaTrader 5. What broker are you using? I'm using Vantage. Still want to mark out the Asian lows here for you guys, so we know exactly where the Asian lows are set, just to be sure. Setting at 24.57. 24.57, yes sir. What trade has you placed? I just joined. Go back into the stream. It's not that difficult. Or you come back at 8 here, 8:15. Come back on time. Be here at 8 as early as possible. And then you know exactly what we're looking for, my man. Right away. Sometimes we dive right into the action. Same as yesterday. Yesterday it was stream, start, 10 minutes, boom, trade. Right away. Sometimes we have these sessions. We find the trade right away. Sometimes, you know, we need to be more patient. It takes a little bit longer. So yeah, that's it. So it's holding up, right? The previous daily value low is holding up. So it's only better if we start breaking the lows. It's only better if we start breaking the lows, especially if we are currently holding up here. So what do I want to see? I want to see something like this. Something like this would be ideal. We're flipping this hourly candle now. We have a very hard time with pushing. So potentially pulling back down. If we start breaking the lows, pulling back down, tapping into this range. See if we can hold here. See if we can drive up here. I'm not going for the massive win. I'm just going for that push down to look for that potential push up eventually, seeing if we can hold here. And if we can find some support there, you know, potentially just driving up the supply, the push to, you know, eventually drive up the demand again. How long have you been using Vantage? 1 full year now already. 1 year, 1 year. Yeah. Vantage is one of the biggest brokers. You should also download the Vantage app. Check it out. They also have these copy traders in there. I've noticed that. With track records and all that stuff. It's very interesting. I'm going to look into it. But I haven't tested it yet. There's probably a lot of garbage out there as well. So be careful. Be careful. But it's interesting. EM4 seems to contradict EM1. Would you mind explaining those two correct? That's the exact point. It goes against our entry model 1 play. If we feel there is potential continuation or it's a failed attack on an entry model 1. So for example, if you would have traded the entry model 1 right now, we would have been in a little bit of profit and we'd have now been in drawdown. Okay. So because of that, there is an alternative, and that's the entry model 4 play, right? The entry model 4 is what I'm looking for right now to see if we can, you know, use this as a contradiction to the entry model 1 play, which then results still in a 3 candle bar play, driving up the demand, gathering the liquidity to flip bearish. But the low has to be broken. The low has to be broken. That's the idea. Similar to EM1, all right? If you do it this way, it's actually very similar. It's very similar if you just invert the chart. But yeah, also sometimes just look at an inverted chart. Just see how gold moves when the chart is inverted. Looks completely different, right? Kind of interesting. You take out the lows, you push in, you come back, you bounce, you establish here, you pull back, and you flip. You flip. It gives you a completely different view if you look at it this way as well. Kind of interesting, right? If you start seeing that inverted chart. Sometimes I use it to just refresh my brain and see what see what the potential is. So weird, right? If you flip the chart. After the Asian lows taken, stop to be break even. I think that's a great level to look for a break even point. The moment you get into the Asian lows, I think that's a fantastic area to take profit and also to secure yourself. Yeah, the Asian lows being taken out. Because that's by itself is already like a 50 pip move. So I definitely see the potential there. Camera off, 1 second, 1 second. Yes. There we go. So yes, guys, this is the entry model, right? You get the full explanation here. Short-term bear, mid-term bull still. Let's see if we can follow through here. All right, the previous daily very low is still holding up. It's still holding up, but if you start breaking the lows, I'm pretty confident about a setup like that here. Of course, it's always a probability game, but the longer we hold above and if we eventually do break the lows, the better it's going to be in my opinion. Okay. What about the fact that the 1 hour is about to close or another favorite topic that it will create? Well, if you create a topic first, yes, then I want to see that to happen. All right, I want to see the topic getting created for sure, for sure. I signed up with Vantage a week ago. I only wanted to work with the most reliable brokers. Yeah, Vantage is like, I think 12 years in the game now, 11 years. I don't know exactly, but it's, you know, it's a long time. You know, it's all about track records, right? Anyone, any platform, anything in your life, anything that has money that you have to deposit money into, you want to understand its track records. You want to understand the past of a broker. Don't want to see, you know, putting your money into a random new broker that has zero track record, zero history. So if somebody messages you under a fake name, right? A fake Lorenzo in Discord, for example, and he says, hey man, how is your trading going? Oh yeah, really good, fantastic. You want to join my copy trading? Oh yeah? Okay. Deposit to this unknown broker and just deposit your life savings and then we make some money together. Trust me, people have done it before. So don't do that. just don't do that. It's not gonna work out well. My only problem with LTA is the risk to reward is low. Yeah, if the risk to reward is too low for you, then I get it. It all depends on your overall risk management, of course, but also your win rate. Right? If your risk to reward is lower but your win rate is higher, then who cares? Then who cares? It all depends. You can always look at entry model 2s if you go into our if you look into the ebook and you go to page 51. 51. Check out the internal swing confirmation trade. We have taken many times as well in our group the entry model 2 play, all right, which is the internal swing confirmation. Okay, internal swing confirmation right here. Okay, dollar starts to go up. Dollar starts to go pretty strong now. I like what the dollar is doing overall. And the youth as well. The youth is setting up quite nicely as well. So yeah, youth and dollar is definitely on our side here. Okay. The youth and dollar is definitely on our side. This is looking like a clean closure, a nice flip potentially. And this 10-year yield as well might be also looking to see if you could flip bullish here. If that's the case, then gold's gonna have a hard time. Gold's gonna have a hard time. So we have the dollar and the 10-year currently in our favor. Of increasing in strength slightly. All right. Werner Frizzo says, there was a Lorenzo on the Discord that offered me a bot that gives 4% return daily. Wow. Sign me up. Sign me up right now. It's important to see where we close this. To be honest, I do not really care if it closes above or below. All right, we're pushing up first now, this important candle. And Lorenz, what's the daily candle doing? The daily candle right now is still holding up. It's still holding up. Definitely an important candle to look at right now as well here. Yeah, sell stop remains below that same level, even if we push up. All right, the bigger the wick, the better it is. Royce Angela says, does anyone work here as well as trading? Yeah, man, I see some guys in our group. Some guys in our group right now that are just, you know, they literally have an office job. And then they join our trading floor. And they just listen. And if something pops up, they analyze it. And they take a trade from there. It's actually super, super funny how that goes here. My guy currently being, again, Kellogg, shout out to you, my friend. You're killing it. Very proud of you. Again, yesterday you took the Australian dollar against US dollar trade. Well done, my friend. You are currently in a British pound against a New Zealand dollar trade. Fantastic. We talked about it during London. We said if the British pound is weak, the New Zealand dollar might be strong. So a short on the British pound against the New Zealand dollar might come handy. So well done. You're in the trade right now. Hopefully this works out, man. It's looking good so far. It's looking very nice. If you can hear me, keep it up. Do you trade the London session? That means you trade at 3 a.m. I am not an American, man. I live in Asia, actually. So, man, for me it's 3 p.m. The London session is 3 p.m. Currently, it's 9 p.m. Crazy. But yeah, some guys come, they join, they are in the trading floor and they just, you know, they keep a close eye on the chat. They're secretly trading while they're having their regular job. I mean, that's the way to do it, man. If you really want something in life, you want to achieve something special, you want to work on something, then you have to use a multitask. You have to use your time wisely. And yeah, I mean, why not? Why not if you're able to do so? If I would start over or I had to start over, I have zero ego. I will get a job. I will get a job and I will find my way in. I would find my way. I would potentially look at something easy. I would be like a security guy, probably something like that. I would be some random bouncer somewhere or some random security guy, a guard at some place where I could sit down behind a glass door and I could look at anyone who comes in. And I can just sit on my laptop all day and just literally do my work. That's what I would do. Yeah. I think that's what I would do. Yeah. Yeah, so where's the major resistance now also? It's the 2476. 2467, sorry. Yeah, 24.67. Previous daily very low is very strong. It is, but there is also a lack of momentum, man. There's a lack of momentum here. And the longer it stays here, and the longer it starts to consolidate above it, without pushing and following through, the more bearish I personally become. So yeah, in the short term. So yeah, let's see. So what about trend lines? I mean, trend lines are quite subjective, right? You can draw trend lines on multiple different ways. I like to use them. But yeah, they're kind of subjective. You can draw them in like all kinds of ways, right? For example, if you just draw a trend line like this, you have something like this. You know? You have all these touch points right here. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. You're now kind of holding that resistance from it in combination with that horizontal resistance as well right here, right? It's kind of like, you know, this is kind of what you're seeing. It's kind of like the resistance also from the 24.65, like we talked about, the 67. And now we just have a very hard time with breaking through it and reclaiming it as well. So yeah, it's subjective. You can look at it in multiple different ways. The way I like to use it is usually on a bigger scale. So just really start to zoom out and look on a little bit of a bigger scale in case, you know, we might be holding up here. You know, this was that last series break, then that continuation play, something like that. But you know, it's optional, man. For me, trend lines are like the last 20% of the trade, maybe 15% of the trade itself. So yeah, many ways you can look at it. Definitely still, man, it's like definitely on the weaker side. Guay says, watching from Buatan City, the Philippines. Nice, my friend. Nice. Target, berapa, Bas? 57. Lima puluh tujuh, 49. Sorry. Four-hour support stuff, yeah, it is definitely. But at the same time, if you do break the lows of that bullish candle, that bullish hourly candle particularly, then I'm happy. Mantap bro, bisa bahasa Indonesia sedikit beli, sedikit. Let's go, come on. Where's our driving force? I like the topic. Let's get it. Not yet. Hello, first time watching. What time we start streaming? 8. If there is something interesting, we start at 7:45. We start slightly earlier. Then we start at 8. Now we're still waiting. We're still not in. We're still not in. We almost got tagged. I thought we were in. We were not in yet. Not in yet. Let's see. I always take spread in consideration, so I always put it a little bit below. But I trust the trade, regardless of the outcome here. I like the setup. I like the trade. I like the overall way of looking at it. Okay. Taking out the lows, number one. If you start pushing down, fantastic. If you push up eventually from that level, like the 2450, which is the monthly support, the previous monthly high, it's sitting right there, 2450. I'm in right now, fam. I'm in the trade. We got tagged into the trade. All right. 2450, still looking for that continuation here. See if they can flip the daily as well, bearish. If it can bounce towards that previous daily, the previous monthly high. You take out the previous daily low, by the way, as well. So we take out the previous daily low as well. All right. Asian lows is that target. Asian lows is that exact target, which I'm very interested in. Yeah, dollar looks good. Dollar looks good and the yield does look good as well. I like how the dollar is pushing through here. So this is of course driving gold down, right? It's the strong dollar now, finally breaking out. It closed above it. So we're now finally at that point potentially where we could continue to drive back towards the daily resistance. We literally squeezed down here. We now claimed back that level, that push up. You know, we could always see that retracement, right? So what I'm interested in is something like this. I'm interested to see if we can come up with the dollar towards the previous highs, get rejected there, roll over. Same for gold, the other way around. So yeah, something like that. Did you enter a smaller beer count? The smaller count, 20k count. 21.4 now. You don't think we can go as far as to support 2444? Maybe, but the monthly high is a serious level. You would take out the previous daily low if that's the case as well. But number one, the Asian lows as well. Did you pause your platform account? The Top Step account? No, I still need to do one trade. I was supposed to take that GJ trade. So I need one more trade for it to be funded. One last trade. And then we have a 100k funded account on Top Step, or 250k. I'm testing out the platform. So one more trade to go. Let's see. Let's see how that goes, man. I'm very interested to see if Top Step is something good. I need to get back into the space. Been trading with my own money like for a long period of time here. I think why not benefit from the hype? Now it's still alive. You know? Now it's still alive at this particular moment. Because you don't know what will happen with these firms in the future. So that's why I was like, you know what? Let me do it now. Better late than never. Where should the TP be? TP should be at 24.57, which is the Asian lows. Yeah, I want to give this trade some patience here. Stop is above the highs of the previous hourly candle. So just need to give it some patience, fam. Dollar looks good. 10-year yield looks good. What's your thought on Funded Next? I mean, Funded Next and FTM are one of the biggest. So they're one of the biggest for a reason. So yeah, so far so good. They're doing great. We had somebody in our community with a big payout as well. And they have definitely been scaling up as well here, so. Rosanna says I have an original account and I have a GOAT funded account. All right. Funded next, you have to pay each month. No. No. No, it's not a futures platform. I don't think it's allowed by US citizens. I think only US citizens can use futures now. The rest of the world is still able to go to FTMO, go to Funded Next, and so on and so on. Let's see if you can set TPs as well, by the way. If it's possible to set TPs automatically. I think so, man. Let me see if we can do that. So you select the trade. Take profit is how many pips? $44. Wait. I need to figure it out. I need to figure out how that works. The P setting beforehand with this system here. It's probably super easy. Ah, there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, I see, I see. Super easy. Yeah, let's see if this works. If this goes automatic here, that would be nice. If you get there, of course. If you get there. But yeah, let's see if it works. Okay, it should be set. It should be set automatically. So let's see. I kind of want to make sure that it's like, you know, indeed modified this way, that it's automatic. Because that would be dope. Click on the button on the right. You are not set now since you're already in the trade. This is by default for the next trade. Okay, okay, I see. Okay, so you need to do this beforehand. Okay, okay. So you can modify it, correct? Oh. Damn. That was close. Okay, I'll figure it out, bro. I'll figure it out. I'll figure out for the next trade. Wolfpack says it's a sell G's. No, I believe in the trade. Definitely, I believe in the trade. I mean, everything for me aligns. So for me, it's a good trade. For me, it's a good trade. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. It is what it is, man. As long as we keep our win rate up, our net profits good, I'm happy. Okay, brought back, guys. Gonna get a drink real quick. In case we drop down, 24.57. I need a drink. 1 minute. How do I open Vantage desktop trading platform? You need to check the website. I don't know for sure. We're just trade on MetaTrader or TradingView. You can also trade a TradingView if you want to. That's also a possibility. TradingView or the MetaTrader platform. I'm not sure about the Vantage thing. The Vantage app on the phone is next level though. If you trade on your phone. Better than MetaTrader for sure. But I'm not sure about the desktop version. Are you out of trade? No. No, stop is there. For me, it's a good trade. It just needs some more time. At least for me, all my things align. 70% of the time should be good. 30% of the time should be bad. It's up to them to decide. $24.61.63. Okay, we close this 30-minute candle below. We close it below. That was an important closure, by the way. That was an important closure. Brandon says, going to spend this weekend studying the basket correlations, trying to wrap my head around it. Bro, we can help you out. This is next level shit. The Forex correlations are incredible. Incredible. I love it. It gives you so much more confidence as well. Let's see what's happening here. It gives you such a good confidence when you enter a trade here. Shirai says, should start coming down right now. Yeah. And the 30-minute close was quite important. Below the previous daily very low. Lorenzo, why the 2450? Because the 2450 is the monthly high. It's the previous monthly high. Okay, that's right here. And that means that, let me set in the monthly, by the way. We filled all the gaps. We come back to the previous monthly high. We retest this from like a daily standpoint. We have a daily bearish flip, tapping into it, and also taking out the previous daily lows, tapping into the monthly level. So yeah, Let's look at a lower time frame here. Closure 5 minute, closed. 5 minute close below. 5 minute close below. When break even? I think really when you start getting towards the Asian lows here, to be honest, or at least close to it, because you know I don't want price to wick in and continue to drive down. You know what I mean? This is what I'm waiting for. Something like that. This is what I'm waiting for. Yeah. So now you can put your stop on break even. I'm not gonna take profit yet, but I'm gonna put my stop on break even. Right here. Now it's not that follow through was exactly that. Was exactly that perfect tap. Okay. Because now I believe we're gonna potentially head into the you know particular Asian lows here. Go for the Asian lows. If you want to take profits here, it's up to you to decide. I mean, you're in it now 40, 35 pips, 36 pips. So stops at break even now. That made sense. That made sense. That 5 minute flip was important. There we go. I need to keep a very close eye on this level. Yeah, I'm gonna take some profits around here. 30%. 30% partials taken. Why? Look at this zone right here. It's so sneaky. It's so sneaky. But is that 2458 level. 2458 level. So we took some profits, not much yet. I don't wanna like, you know, fully commit yet. And I don't want to ruin my risk to reward either. So I just gonna, you know, sit this one out, and if you break down, I aim for lower targets now. Okay. So the TP1 was right at that, yeah, the 2459 level, 2458 level. Now we just need to follow through, man. Let's go for the Asian lows. Don't play with us. So we took profits. On the lower time frame, we want to see, yeah, potential reversal continuation play. I really want to see a bearish closure for the 5 minute candle as well. That would be the ideal case. Not a bullish closure, a bearish closure. Oh, that's not what we want to see. But this is some serious resistance though there. Right there at 24, you know, 60. But it's holding up. It's holding up. Yeah, stop us a break even, by the way, guys. You know, Because we already flipped that 5-minute low. We closed that 5-minute candle and we flipped bearish. Okay, let's continue to drive. Come on, guys. It required some patience and some trust and some choppy behavior, but we started to close down. We started to break down. Eventually, it just showed that the dollar was just holding up. It broke out, by the way. The dollar had that push. Now pulling back a little bit. I think that's why gold is reacting this way. But that was just looking good. And the 10-year was also not looking bad. And gold couldn't hold above that previous daily level. So the moment we broke that low here, potential reversal. I'm not taking full TPs yet here, because it's just, I believe that there, the Asian lows are definitely an interesting target to go for now. So our entry is right at that break. So I think it's pretty decent. We have definitely some resistance there. Also here, right, you see that resistance sitting at 2460. So even if you push up in 2460 and you still come down, it's fine, unless you wick, we get wicked out or something like that, but it doesn't matter. So let's see. Yeah, this resistance right here. Okay, that's what we don't want to see. We don't want to break through that. Unless we flip it. There we go. There we go. Come on. That's what we want. We want to see that push, the reversal. Let's see if we can drive into the Asian lows here. So our entry is there. Our entry is, yeah, right there, a little bit higher. It's at 2461.63. I just realized, so it's actually there. Sorry, 85, my bad. Oh yeah, it's correct, it's correct. So you have that resistance here. Okay, and you have that resistance here. Our entry is there. I think we took profits at the right moment. Stop and break even at the right moment. So it should really come down. And if it doesn't, yeah, then no damage, but just not a full trade, a full TP. But this is what I wanted. This is what I want to see. Driving to the Asian lows. Yield pushing down a bit. Yeah, let's see. That resistance now is just, we have to hold here. We have to hold here. I mean, we still have this next candle, but I don't want to get wicked out of my position. For it to drive lower, if you know what I mean. Damn. Where did you take TP? Yeah, so around 33 pips. Oh, damn. That was close, geez. Yes, this is what I mean. This high. If it has to happen, it has to happen now. Oh yeah, okay. Out of the trade here, so TP1 play here, GG. We saw the potential of price driving further. Could we still reverse? Yeah, sure, but I'm not gonna risk that. I'm not gonna risk that because it's holding up very well. I think we managed it decent enough here. Okay. Took profit at the right moment. Unfortunately, no follow through, but it was definitely worth a try. We had a couple of levels in between to think about. Okay, we had that 5-minute closure. We were also not too greedy, waiting for that Asian low to be taken out first. So right in that wick, we took some profits here. Not the biggest TP, right? But I saw more potential in the trade. That's why I saw more potential in the trade. So it's up to you to decide how much you want to take out there. For me, I saw more potential in the trade. So yeah, we held tight, and kind of good the way gold was behaving. Pretty choppy overall, right? So overall, quite satisfied still with the process. That's why risk management is everything, fam. You cannot just take a trade and hope for the best. It's always the risk management that comes into play here to decide, you know, what you're gonna do. 33.30, 34, 33. P1, let's go. Of course, we always want to go for that monster, but that's just not always the case. We cannot always get it. Sometimes we will, and most of the times we won't. That's how it works with gold. So then it's all about management. All right, W in the chat for risk management right here. W in the chat for your TP at the right moment, and the trade management itself. Hope you followed along, and if not, let it be a great lesson here. Can we still drive down? We sure can. We sure can. Some people hold. Some people hold, and they just, you know, commit fully. But what I'm seeing here is that the 10-year is coming down a little bit. I was looking at that. I was, you know, seeing this turning around. So you know what? Might have to be a bit more careful here, less greedy, waiting for the Asian lows. Yeah, that made the difference. So if you compound this over and over and over again, then preserving losses is of course always the better play. And taking profits is always the better play. Unless the market is so clean and it just tanks and just everything is perfect and it's just an A+ setup and you're like, yes, you know, we're bearish overall. Gold is bearish overall, but gold is actually still bullish overall, right? We're just trying to trade the internal structures now. So if all of that is in your favor, you know, you can be more greedy, more aggressive, holding on to your position. But when price comes down like that and it starts to constantly come up and down, then I think it was the right moment to manage it accordingly. Yeah, let's see, because we just opened the New York Stock Exchange open, right? So let's see what the Nasdaq did. I'm always curious now to see what happened. Yesterday, you know what happened with the Dow Jones? We talked about it. About that EM3 play. Man, that was crazy. If you guys remember it. Yesterday, so far we're opening up. Yeah, we were here. We had that swing POC. And then we broke the highs. There we go. And now we are we doing the same thing? That would be insane. We're not doing the same thing. Let's look at the previous day. Aha, previous daily very low. Previous daily value area low. Look at that beauty. Man, it's so repetitive, man. It's so crazy. It is so crazy. It is so crazy. So repetitive. EM3 as well. Once again. You guys can see it. You consolidate, you drop off, and you break the highs. Alright? Page number 52. Consolidate, you drop off, you break the highs. Same thing. As yesterday, once again, the Dow Jones. Did it again, G's. It did it again. Look at that beauty. Previous daily very low this time. If you don't know what it is, download the ebook, you will find out. You get incredible entries on the indices. If you trade the indices, man, you want to trade LTA, trust me. Especially when the momentum is bullish like that. Especially them. Especially them. All right. Let's put it a bit bigger. There we go. Okay, G's. Re-evaluation. What do you guys think? Re-evaluation for now. I mean, it's still possible. I mean, it's still possible that the trade just continues to drive further, by the way. Okay, the 30-minute, let's see. The 30-minute and 1 hour can be a little bit tricky here. Now it came down that much, that aggressive. If this starts flipping bullish, yeah, then it kind of like swiped the lows and then it's reversing potentially here. So yeah, I'm definitely looking into this hourly closure. Let's say the hourly close is below. And it creates a top wick. And it flips bearish. That might be a re-entry. That might be a new trade. If we start, you know, closing below, we create a top wick and we flip bearish. As long as we close around the previous daily very low. So around 2463-ish. Something like that. Yeah, that's the only way. So closure below, and then let's see if there's like a direct re-entry potential. You come up, you create a new top wick, and you flip again. And it gives us the time to evaluate. Oh, the dollar. Look at the dollar. Dollar is holding up very well. But the 10-year is coming down. So that's why gold is still struggling with breaking down here. If both are bullish, clean for gold. If one is bullish and one is pushing down, it starts to go up and down and up and down, like you see right now. Let's see what the guys on the trading floor are doing. Let me quickly ask him. Yo, Kellogg, my G. What are you currently looking at? Anything in particular?
Hey, I'm now checking oils because the Forex in general is really choppy and sideways. My previous trade, I got out of it break even because I didn't saw the follow through.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, that's about it right now.
Yeah, British pound is pushing up a little bit. Have you seen the euro, by the way? Check out the euro. Check out the euro index. And the New Zealand dollar. Euro and ZD, for example. Check out these two. Check out that pair, see if you find something there. Euro and ZD. Let me know. Let me know. David says ECB President Lagarde to speak soon. Yeah, that's also correct. Is she speaking later or is she already speaking right now? Like, I'm usually not really that interested. I always fall. She's probably already speaking. I always fall asleep when she talks. So, I mean, Uncle Jerome. I kind of respect Uncle Jerome because he looks like my uncle. But Christine Lagarde. Not really, not really. Yeah, let's see where this hourly closes. Yeah. Lorenzo, why don't you trade indices nowadays? Because you used to trade them. It's a long time ago. It's a long time ago that we traded the indices again. When was the last time we traded the indices? Yeah, at least on stream. It was in May, man. In May. It was in May. So that's it's been a while. It's been a while. Yeah. Ah, there we go. You see? That hourly candle. That hourly candle. Yeah. That's why we took profits. That's why we put our stops on break. Even after that. Still that 1 hour candle, huh? Still that closure above the previous day very low. How crazy. Yeah, right. Look, look at the US 30, guys. It's time to transition. What do you guys think? GG, GG, GG. Holy moly, man. Second time. Second time. Yeah. So funny how that how you know how that works, man. So funny how it's just holding and respecting that zone. Yeah. Yeah, no, but this is kind of like an interesting closure, to be honest. Adobe, come on, man. This is kind of an interesting closure. Because the fact that we closed the buffer is actually kind of interesting to me now. We have set in a really strong top wick for the 4 hour. We did came down here. I almost feel like this was just to drive up the demand right now. So it kind of changes everything based upon what we're currently seeing. Ray says, besides your ebook, can you give a summary of LTA concepts and why volume is king? The reason why we use volume, and you can see it right away. Like, I'm not making it up for you. I pick levels based upon the orders that are executed in the market. So on the futures chart, for example, it's very visible, but also even on the CFD charts as well. Awana respects it, okay? They take these in consideration. And what do I mean with that? Well, we took the previous day, right? Let's say we opened at 2468, we created the daily high at 2483, and we created the daily low at 2451. The fixed range volume profile will take all that information from all these ticks, and it gives you the most important levels, the highest levels of interest from traders throughout that day. We call that the previous day. The point of control, the POC, is the previous daily point of control. That means the previous day, most orders executed at that level. So 2473. So what did we see? A rejection. Very simple. We traded below it. We pulled back into it. We rejected from it. Right? The previous daily very low is holding that support. The previous daily very high, 2477. Right? You have these three critical levels. Now, LTA concepts is based up around the volume analysis. I'm not talking about just massive engulfing candles. I'm talking about the execution of orders. Entry models are developed more in a footprint kind of way, more based upon the delta. Because what we're doing is we found an entry model based upon the candle formations. The entry model one, the one that we actually traded the most on stream, okay, is an exhaustion print. That's actually what it is. So we go from a positive delta to a negative delta. That means that aggressive sellers were selling, passive buyers were buying, and it flipped the script. Sellers got exhausted and price reversed. That's where the entry models is based on. So it's the analysis of volume, which are your horizontal support and resistance levels, picked by the previous day, the previous week, the current week, the swings or the fixed ranges. And then the entry models are the exhaustion candle plays, the formations based upon that. You have entry model 1, that's the exhaustion print. Entry model 4 is the manipulation print. Right? It's the inducement of buyers to still take them out and drive price further down or up. Entry model 2 is the internal confirmation, which is the swing confirmation. And entry model 3 is the power of 3. It's a very common pattern. The power of 3, you see this with the US30. You consolidate, you manipulate, and you expand. You consolidate, you manipulate, and you expand, right? That's the power of 3. It's a very known pattern, 60 years old, long time. But the importance is that the manipulation is in one of our key levels. Because you come down to manipulate price, drive into a point of interest to then reverse. And that point of interest are these levels. All right, so that's how we trade. That's how we find our levels. And in good times, we have incredible things. Now for Forex, on top of that, with LTA concepts, we utilize the correlations. So we use, and with the team in our Forex group, we look at all the baskets. These are custom baskets, all right? The dollar index, you guys know that one. The New Zealand dollar basket, the Euro basket, Japanese yen, Australian dollar, British pound, Swiss franc, Canadian dollar. And we can literally see how these currencies are performing. And based upon the strength and weaknesses of currencies, we find trends. We discover trends of currencies, strong currencies and weaker currencies, and we trade the contrast. And we find key levels, build up around the volume analysis to trade that, to look for the right confirmations with our entry models and execute trades based upon that. That's the Forex side of things, and it's amazing because you can always find a contrast between a strong pair and a weak pair, a weak currency. So that's why we focus a lot more on that. And what we're seeing in the group is that they're first were always in drawdown, and now they're always in profit, and drawdown is part of the game, but they switch the script. It's no longer that maybe if, it's always that confidence based upon the trend and the understanding of the trade itself. So yeah, with that, that's a quite sum up for you what LTA is about. And my goal as a streamer is to give it to you on a silver platter, to prove on the live streams that we can utilize it, that these key levels are actually legitimate, and for you potentially an opportunity to present yourself, to start backtesting it for yourself by downloading the free ebook. And if it changes your life, or if it does something great for you, then fantastic, my job is completed. Okay, and the combination of volume analysis with the correlations is a fucking powerful tool, man. So yeah, so anyways, back to gold. This is my next plan. So dollar is pushing up, all right? Gold is holding up extremely well. It came down, it's just holding up. It just wants to stay above that 2464 level, the previous daily value low. It's holding above it. Fantastic, okay. Now in this case, the reason why we're not following through here, most likely, or potentially, is because the dollar itself is strong. So because the dollar is strong, gold has not the momentum for price to continue to drive further. So what needs to happen is the dollar needs to chill out. The dollar needs to slow down. And if the dollar slows down and we hold above that previous daily value low level, which has been proven to be holding now for a long time, then we might finally see that follow through. Okay? So as long as we keep closing above the previous daily value low, we can wait for the dollar to slow down. We can wait for the dollar to potentially get rejected, right? We're currently seeing a potential level where we could get rejected from, which is this level right here. I'm not sure if this is the level to look at, but if this is the rejection play, besides the daily, it's practically your daily zone, right? It's kind of your rejection zone right now. If the dollar starts to slow down here, that could benefit gold, right? That could benefit gold being the driver down. For now, the dollar is still holding up very well. So we need to see the dollar significantly slowing down before we can start looking at a gold long here. Because otherwise, we're just going to hover around that same level and we're going to come down, we're going to come up, we're going to come down, we're going to come up. The reason why we took that short was because the dollar was just breaking out. The dollar was just pushing up here. And I think that initial aggressive push up gave us that entry and gave us potentially also that profit right there instead of, you know. It is not as much as I expected, but that's also a good thing now. The fact that gold is holding up while the dollar is pushing up. So if the dollar starts to slow down, then gold might be just holding way too strong right now. Right? And if you go back to the 4-hour time frame, then a rebreak of the highs is not by definition a bad idea if you continue to drive further with a lot of follow through. So let's see if that's a possibility. But the only way to do that is by confirming that the dollar is weak or starting to slow down. The 10-year yield is already slowing down. It's just the dollar now that needs to follow up. And that would be a potential idea for a reversal play with the right confirmations. Sounds good? Type in a yes, G's. Type in a yes if you guys get what we're talking about here specifically for a potential second trade. Yeah. Fantastic. Fantastic stuff. All right. The chat is on fire lately. Very professional. Lorenzo, how can I get access to the lecture series? By going into our VIP. Our VIP is currently still closed, but next week we open the membership again. We have been closed for 7 weeks, sorry. So, you know, we can just focus on the results of the members right now. That's why we see, you know, you see these new guys right now streaming in our community, because we built these type of guys up here. We're trying to help them through much. So when you come in as a new member, you're not going to sit around and knowing that everyone is new. That doesn't make any sense. So I could be greedy and it could be, you know, trying to make a bunch of money, or I could build a legitimate university where step by step new students come in, right? Every new year, new students come. Same thing for this one. So we have phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. The guys from phase 1 and phase 2 are supposed to help you out when you join in phase 3. That's the idea. So the lecture series you can find also in our group. It's all in there at 7 hours, and I do not recommend to get into the trading floor before you actually have studied it. So there are no more questions about, you know, what is this or what is that. You watch this, you get into our trading floor, you start trading with us throughout the whole day. So not just London or New York, throughout the whole day. We make sure we always have guys, you know, running the show for you. And as you can see, they're utilizing the correlations as well. So can you explain the difference between volume and liquidity? Yeah, I think I talked about this before. At least this is what I remember. But again, liquidity just refers to how easily an asset can be bought or sold in the market without actually affecting its price. If there's no liquidity, then every buy or sell could move market, right? Could move price. So the liquidity, you know, makes sure that an asset can be sold quickly with minimal price change, all right? Which can lower the fees and so on and so on. Volume just refers to the amount of contracts that are executed over a specific period or on a price level or throughout a session or whatever the case may be. So it's the difference between the ease of trading without impacting the price and the measurement of volume, of trading activity, let's say. That's the difference. So we're still holding up. We're still holding up. The dollar is still pushing up. So let me look at the daily time frame. This is that low. This is the major low that we're looking, or the major high, let's say. This is that daily support that we are now flipping into resistance, right? So if this rejects, let's say, and we tap into it, then I think gold is potentially ready. If we break above it, gold's gonna have a hard time. So it's the, you know, it's really the choice of the dollar to see, okay, the daily level. If you get rejected here, maybe we see that continuation for gold potentially driving up. If the dollar decides to break through, then gold might try one more time to break down again. That's it. But that 1 hour closure above was actually crazy. If you look at the last 1, 2, 3, 4 hours, we closed practically at the same level, 2463 to 2464. So that says something. The fact that they want to keep price at that level is in my opinion very interesting. So the only thing that I could think of that could move price is if the dollar makes a bigger move or starts reversing. Yeah. Oh my God, man. Wow. What happened on the Monday? Wow. Yeah, this was an internal swing confirmation. I can bet this was on the lower time frame on a Tuesday. An internal swing. It has to be that touch from the low to the high. Yeah, the lower low. Yeah, the very low. And the indices are absolutely crazy, guys. How to get the trade manager for MT5? I have included right now a link in the description. Because I never did that before. I'm like, you know what? Let me make some money on it as well. Let's be honest here. Let's make some money on it as well. If you buy this thing. So it's in the description. Why don't you like trading indices so much? I love trading indices. I mean, you see it over and over again. We're just trading gold on stream here. That's it. More guys in our group want to now trade other things. So that's interesting. That's good. So I think, you know, after the summer, we might change it up. But for now, we stick with the gold. There is a chance that in the summer, we're going to take a little break because I'm not sure if you guys are new to trading, but who has experienced a September before? Type in a yes if you have. Why not using magic keys? Magic keys are not as good as the InvestSoft. I just am much more happy with the InvestSoft overall. Much more, much more. Much more. Yeah, so if you traded September before, then you probably will know that if you go to September, especially the last 2 weeks of September, I'm just not gonna trade gold. I decided for myself I'm not gonna trade gold because that was my worst month. June, so last month was my worst month this year. It was not that bad. I mean, I ended up breaking even with a big trade at the end of the month, the last day of the month. But the September last year was a really bad month for me. And the volume, the choppiness, it was all over the place. I couldn't lay a finger on it. So I decided next September, so in 2 months, I'm gonna take like at least a 2-week holiday, a 2-week break, which I think is completely fair after this year. 4 days a week. And just not force anything. Okay, I'm still gonna evaluate the market. I'm still gonna get a feel for it. But you know, it's usually that the Septembers are usually not the best days to trade, man. At least that's what I've experienced the September month. Mid-September till the end of September, beginning of October. Or was it the beginning of September? Anyway, somewhere in September. I will confirm it with you guys later. But, I mean, maybe you're killing it, but I mean, I've seen these wicks. It's absolutely crazy. But we're not there yet, man. We have July and we have August. We have July and August in full. So, all right. Gold is dropping still. Dollar is pushing. We're almost there though. We're almost at the daily resistance for the dollar. We're getting close. So be careful with gold shorts here. Because if the dollar gets rejected, it's gonna benefit. If you close above it, I didn't say anything. Do you consider that being here streaming, trading and talking to use is a job for you where you have to be here? Yes. I feel committed. I feel the drive. I have the conviction that I'm doing something good. And if there is something that fulfills you in life, it's providing value to others. So if you start getting messages from guys and people around you that say, hey man, bro, you changed my life, or I had this and I had that, and my mother and this and that, and now I'm finally seeing light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, what's better than that? But sitting on the beach, drinking margaritas all day, I've done that before. It's not that fun. So let's build up the streams, continue the process, blow up LTA concepts, change people's lives, build leaders that are stepping up, all right? That are gonna do the same thing, that are gonna stream on YouTube, that are gonna stay in our Discord, you know, help other people out. We build an army, and then I can maybe say, you know what? I might take a rest. I might take a little rest. I might take a little rest. I might gonna travel, might gonna make some lifestyle content, might gonna do that kind of stuff. Do some podcasts. But we're not there yet, man. We're in the grinding phase. We're in the first official phase. We're gonna go into the 100,000 subscribers. That's just the beginning of our journey. This is the grinding phase, all right? Lorenzo, what are you waiting for? I'm waiting for the dollar to tap into the daily resistance and to see how it responds so I can figure out if gold can hold above or not. Ik kan als solely from trading, or do you have any side business too? I mean, I'm practically set. I don't have to work. I could just do my investment thing, invest money into my projects, maybe into some hedge funds. I could do a lot of different things. Yeah, that's all I can say. So yeah, but we can also invest and at the same time build something even more powerful. And streaming is fun, man. Come on, streaming is fun. You can listen to my my disgusting jokes. my trader's jokes. You can listen to myself getting embarrassed. You can watch me win. You can watch me lose. It's even more fun to watch me lose. So, you know, full package. No trading jokes today. No. We need to keep it scarce. We keep it scarce. We keep it scarce. All right, we go to the 5-minute here on dollar. How do you select people for the VIP program? We open up, first come, first serve, and we close down once we have a certain amount of people. Because of course we want guys that are committed. So if you're committed, you don't have to think about it. So it doesn't make sense to keep it open for a very long time. What do you guys think? You guys think the dollar will get rejected here? I mean, it's hard to say, but it is slowing down. You guys can definitely see we're slowing down here. We're building up that trend. And we're getting into the daily level. The daily resistance. So if this gets rejected and gold is holding up, I don't see how we cannot fill or come up to fill this gap. Potentially there. And drive back into that previous daily PVC level. I don't see that potentially being the case now. Now that we came down, swiped to lows practically, and closed above it. Zamir says it ain't no fun watching someone or anyone lose. I believe whoever is here for that need to leave respectfully. I mean, this is what this is what comes with it. This is what comes with it. If you want to be that streamer, then this is unavoidable. Why only a 1 hour time frame today? Why not? It tells enough. It tells the story. Completely exactly shows what we need to see here. You might get it confused. Some people think, you cannot day trade on the 1 hour. I mean, why not? It's all about the closures. It's all about the formations of candles. The story, could easily present itself on the 1 hour. Maybe sometimes even better than on the lower time frame. So it all depends. It all depends. I like the 1 hour. I like the 30-minute. It all depends once again. So for example, if I would look at the 30-minute night right now, I would think, oh man, that's a mess. That's an absolute mess. If I would look at the 5-minute, I would think, oh man, that's still a mess. If I look at the 1 hour, I see, hey, 4 closures above our key level, 4 hourly closures. That's interesting. So we clean it all up. We practically clean it all up, and it gives me the same information, if not better right now, for what is actually happening here. So that's why. Dollar rejected. Yeah, we're getting there. We're starting to reject, huh? Is there a stream with a 3-minute delay? No, no way. It's it's 4 seconds. 4 seconds. Yeah. Kasper says gold is screwing both buyers and sellers for the past few hours. Yeah, it's pretty crazy now. It's almost like, you know what? The gold refuses to come down. But then it still comes down. And then you think, oh, it's bearish. And then, nope. Last minute, before the hourly closure, we flip. So it's that 4 hour that's setting up now. I think that's what's going on. The 4 hour is just, you know, creating this. Same for the 8 hour. And I mean, yeah. We're just holding up on the lower time. You can see that we're holding up. We're getting respected. So would I take another short? I will not. I personally would not take another short this time, because the dollars are already so far gone now. But who knows, man? It could still come down. Like we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna sit out this final closure, and then we know if there is a second trade in the stream. So how has been July for you guys? July has been great. July has been great. Every trader is going to have a bad month sometimes. I realize that June is a month where a lot of you guys got wrecked. And that July is the month where a lot of you guys are killing it. Funny enough. Sint says, almost blew my account. I wonder how you can blow your account. Just keep your risk management in play. It's not about the money, man. It's about the process first. It's about the process first. I would never blow my account, ever. Right? Unless it's a small account and I place a deposit just for a small account. But even if I would place a deposit with a small account, let's say high leverage, then I would still consider this as my bigger portfolio or part of my bigger portfolio. What time is it? 22:35, 1 hour after New York Stock Exchange opened. Yeah, man. Gold is driving down right now. It could easily push back up again. I think volume is starting to die out a little bit. Yeah. Mark says today was literally untradeable. Yeah, this New York session was pretty wild. Gotta admit it. We needed some trust. We needed some conviction. Otherwise, we would have got scared out of our trade. We kind of did, but we still managed to take some profits. So it was definitely a tricky one. It was definitely a tricky one. Yeah. Question answer, why don't you consider that a 3-candle reversal pattern? On which time frame you're talking about right now? On the daily? On the 1 hour on top of that order block. This one you mean? Yeah, the previous daily PVC, strong level of resistance, I agree. That's why we shorted the market. That's why we opened the sell stop before. And we closed it around there, partially. But the fact that we're holding above this previous daily level over and over and over again, while the dollar was going to the moon, gets my interest. The fact that we have been closing above it and that we're still pushing back up. This is again the example. We're still pushing back up. There is still demand. And the dollar is slowing down this time. The dollar is slowing down. So, you know, I think sells is no longer in our favor now. It's no longer in our favor. We're still holding up above that trend. Initially, we were looking at sells. We took the sells. But now I'm not as bearish any longer based upon what's happening with the dollar. The dollar has been slowing down now ever since we started to push up aggressively. Gold came down, not enough. Now we start to slow down. Why? Because we're reaching daily resistance. Every time when gold drops, it pulls back up. It pulls back up. So it's either buys or nothing now. For me personally, after the sells, when the New York opened. After the sells were done here. After that big move was done. But yeah, I do agree that the volume is low, guys. So, you know what? I think we took our money again like yesterday. And we just got the stream. And we get our money and leave. And come back tomorrow again. Do the same thing. I think that's the plan. Because, you know, this might take a while. You know, before we start seeing a new direction again. And, you know, imagine waiting for that hourly closure. Then waiting for the breakout. Then seeing how it moves. And if you're going to go up and down and up and down, we gave it enough time now to see if there's still potential for a new trade, second trade. But I think this is a good one, man. Let's keep our money in our own pockets. Once again, let's do it. All right. This choppy price action here could go on for a while. For a while. Yeah, once again, used through the same thing as yesterday. Same thing, exactly the same thing. The entry model 3 here. So if you haven't seen it yet, download the ebook. It's free. It takes you an hour or two to read through it. 70 pages. I'm not sure how fast you can read. If you are a fast reader and you like pictures, then it should be easy. It should be easy. Okay? Fantastic, fantastic. There's also a white version if you want to print it out, by the way. Guys have been printing it out all the time. There were so many requests for a white version. Some people cannot read a black edition for some reason. I don't know why, but they prefer the white version. So this is also a possibility. If you sign up, LTAconcepts.ai, it's free to play. All right? Yeah, man, thank you guys once again. And yeah, make sure you smash up the like button one more time. We reached the 1,000 likes, so thank you very much. And we're getting closer and closer to the 100,000 subs. We have to do something special at that moment. All right, so one more stream tomorrow. Daily closure, okay. Can we keep up the wins? Can we win another trade tomorrow? Let's see. No trade is no trade. Trade is a trade. Trade is a trade with conviction. That's all that matters. All right. Take care. We've done what we had to do in a choppy market, in a very choppy market. So it's time for you to chill, to relax, to come back tomorrow at 8 a.m. Thank you, G's. Not this one. Where's the other song? Pressure. Yeah. Nice, G's.
Hey.
Peace out. See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Ciao.
Let's see how you do under pressure. Oh. Yeah. I've been wanting this shit forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Okay. Hey. Yeah. Ain't no errors, baby. It's a new era. I wake up early, feeling rich like I'm Kesha. I get to the paper, boy. Extra, extra. Fuck with me, you know that I got it. Come with me, let's take a trip to the islands. We up on the jet, we'll do more than just fly on it. Stand on that hill, you gon' die on it. Boom, boom. Baby, I'm not one of them, you should try on it. Miss me with all that, I'm on to the next. Fuck this up, I send you back to your ex. But good luck with that, this is big as it gets. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. A moment can live on forever. Yeah. Oh shit, they don't let me shoot a whole clip. Firepower in this coalition. We just turned the field into a demolition. It was desolate, but I had premonition. I was training for war, every exhibition, every extra mission, every enemy listening. Get off my dick, I got bad intentions. Make it right every wrong, and I'm back with a vengeance. I show you the ropes. Peace in my town, I can show you the coast. Up in the shots if they wanted to smoke. If you know, then you know. Suited up, bitch, my whole team do the same. Don't you forget who created the game. Ready for war, I was born with grenades. The trenches where soldiers are made. Let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Hey, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. A moment can live on forever. Let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name.